So your test next week, right? It's 12 questions. All of them are multiple choice and none of them are select all that apply. I think that's good for all of us. I know that select all that apply is kind of annoying because sometimes you don't select enough and sometimes you select too many. It's purely multiple choice, okay? So the first question is, in the figure below, segment AC, so this segment right here, is parallel to segment BD, right? So in case you guys haven't seen it, this is the symbol for parallel, those double lines, right? It's supposed to be like parallel lines. So I saved myself some time instead of having to write segment is parallel to blah, blah, blah. So that's the symbol for parallel. Parallel. So it's good that you guys see that because a lot of times in your book, it'll switch over and start using that notation. And if you guys haven't seen it before, you'd be like, what is that? Okay, so those two lines are parallel. Now, suppose that ABCD will be reflected on the x-axis and then translated 5 units up to produce A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. Okay, which statement is true? So the statement is segment A prime, C prime is parallel to segment B prime, D prime. Segment A prime, C prime is perpendicular. So this is the symbol for perpendicular. That's perpendicular. Okay. So you can kind of see when we talked about perpendiculars, remember they make that to make the right angle. So the pictures basically are a little representation of what the words mean. Okay. So then it's A prime, C prime is perpendicular to B prime, D prime. I lost my segment line there. And then D is A prime, C prime is parallel to A, B. So this one is parallel to that one, to this one.
Wait, but how? What? How can it be?
Which is the option? Which is the correct answer? Which one of those is true? You guys can put it in the chat. Don't say it out loud. Put it in the chat. Once you think it through and write it out and figure it out, put it in the chat. So it's only one answer. So if you're stuck between two, remember it's only one answer. So try and think about it.
What was the question again?
So suppose that this it's not a triangle, it's a quadrilateral. So that this ABCD is reflected over the X and shifted 5 up. So after those transformations, which one of these options is true? You gotta kind of think about it. I think Kaylee has changed her answer like 3 times.
Because I didn't see the corner because the thing was covering it.
Which thing was covering it? What was
The people?
Oh,
on Zoom.
So move them around.
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yes, you have to make sure you can see the whole question. So let me see. I got 2 people right so far. Because of all the question marks, I'm going to say, Elena, yes, you are right. You seem so uncertain. It's like 4 question marks. So I just want to confirm that. But don't tell anyone your answer. I want to see if you figure it out.
Thank you so much.
So think it through. After all these transformations, which one of these statements is true? Gabe is also correct. I really should say Gabe and Matt because they're always next to each other.
We've added 2 new people to the party.
Oh, really? Who are your 2 new people in your party? Ah, Jordan and I can't. Is that Valentino? It's like so far away. I just saw from Kaylee's camera, Gabe going. I saw the excitement there. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and say the correct answer is A. So, first off, I have to think about this. So, AC, remember that this is going through different transformations, but they don't actually give me the final result, nor do I actually know what the final result is. So, what ends up happening is I need to go by what I already know. They told me AC and BD are parallel. Now, all the transformations I did, they're rigid motions, right? I didn't change sizes, I didn't change anything, I just moved my shape around. So since I moved them around, it's safe to say that if these 2 lines were parallel at the beginning, their transformations are still going to be parallel. Those are the only ones I can say for sure, right? This A and B don't make a 90-degree angle, or I would have seen it in my drawing, which I don't. So I can't say that these are going to be perpendicular. There's actually no perpendicular lines in this quadrilateral, which I technically think is a parallelogram, because parallelograms are made up of parallel lines, and they're usually, I call them slanted rectangles. They're rectangles with the italics on, right? They're always a little bit slanted, but they do not have any right angles. Doesn't work out. So both my perpendicular options are out. First off, they don't even mention perpendicular, so I kind of want to ignore those 2 options altogether, which leaves me my last 2 options, A and D. So segment A prime, C prime, which is after my transformation, being parallel to AB. Well, I can already tell you, right? We can just see that the original AC is definitely not parallel to AB, right? They meet, so they would never be parallel. Even after transformations that don't change the shape, they're still going to be parallel. So that's, you kind of have to rule them out one by one, right? Your best bet, usually you can rule out 2 and get down to a 50-50. Yes, Kaylee.
So sorry, it wasn't letting me mute. But basically, do you mean A prime? Pia and Alexa are my witnesses. They were seeing the struggle. But do you mean A prime and B prime in B and D, or is it the original AB?
Oh, I'm saying like the original lines, AC and AB, right? They're next to each other. If I
No.
reflect it, they're still going to be next to each other, right?
No, just in the writing, there's no prime marks.
Oh, yeah, it's just AB.
Oh, wait, but then if AB sits there, but then we move the
So,
AC.
okay. Think about this for a second. The transformation is for the entire shape.
Yeah,
It's not just AC. What you're comparing, so for example, I don't know, if I moved, I'm going to do a horrible job, but let's say this is my shape and I do the transformation over the X and up 5, and now it's somewhere over here, right? This is still this was C, A,
wouldn't it be facing the other way?
B, D. This is my original one. It's my pre-image. Okay. Then when I flip it, oh, it would be facing the other way. You know what I mean when I'm drawing these things. If I flip it, move it, B ends up here. No, B ends up down here. I don't know that I'm doing this right. You get what I'm saying? It would flip over, right? I'm just gonna write my shapes, my letters where they should be. That's the part that I really want you guys to see, right? I'm comparing AC, right? These are the primes, to AB. Even if I were to see that visually, won't they meet?
Yeah, even if it's facing the other way.
It doesn't matter. The fact is that those two lines are next to each other, that no matter what, they are gonna meet at some point. Okay, even if you are comparing it to the others, there's nothing that says these two are parallel. You know what I mean? Does it make sense? And actually, I wrote, you know what? I'm gonna blame my second period because I wrote this wrong, but I'll just add it as an extra option. The the answer is still A, but the actual problem, the option that I wrote incorrectly is AC to AC, so prime to no prime, which still they would eventually meet because they're on the same section. That makes sense. They're the same line. They're going to eventually hit each other. If I were to keep going, if this one keeps going, see, they would eventually meet. So, plus remember what I told you guys, you can't make any assumptions. So if it says these lines are parallel, they're going to be parallel. I can't assume anything else is going to happen because I just can't. I don't know for a fact. I don't know what's going on. I have to go by what they give me. Okay? Yes, we're good. I'm going to move on to the next question. Next question is, can we just take a moment to appreciate these triangles? Okay.
Are
Thank
those
you,
two
Alexa.
Are those? Oh yeah, she liked them.
Very good job.
Are those two different triangles? Or
Yeah, because look at the letter.
Are they?
no, that's what I'm thinking. But like,
Let me read the question. So triangle ABC is rotated 108 is rotated clockwise 180 degrees about the origin, making this new triangle DEF. So which statement is true? Another one where we have to figure out if it's true or not. Yes, Kaylee.
oh no, I was visualizing it going clockwise, so I went like, oh okay, we'll go that way. Nothing.
Oh, okay. So again, put your response in the chat. Let's see if we can do it. Match. Remember that when you're looking at these angles, the angle that you're really looking for is the letter in the middle. So BAC is looking at this angle and so on and so forth. Okay. So try and figure it out. Put it in the chat and let's see. And Gabe, if you're wondering, incorrect. take your time, look at the angles, match them to each other on both of the triangles. Wait, did I rewrite this? Okay, wait. Something happened here. I think I accidentally erased something. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. There. That's the one it's supposed to be. Yes. Yes, Kaylee. So the first two responses were my fault, not yours, your faults. You know what? I'm gonna blame second period. Can't believe they didn't correct my mistakes. They didn't even notice that one. All right, so I'm going to keep going. So BAC looks at angle A, and then ED, wait, I want to do it in the same color, EDF. So those are those two angles. I'm going to switch colors to do the next one, which is AC. That matches with, I'm just going to match them, and then we're going to go through the options. C and F are matching, and the last one is B and E. So these are my matching angles, angles that match with the angles, okay? So first one is angle A. I'm not even going to bother reading BAC. It doesn't really matter which direction I'm reading this in the triangle. My main point is angle A. So angle A matches angle D. That is true. Maybe I shouldn't have given this as the first option, but we're going to keep going. Angle C is equal to angle E. They do not have corresponding colors, so no. This can help you if you guys want. I mean, I guess not when you do your test because it's on the computer, but if you are doing the assignment, remember how I told you in the problem yesterday, it's easier if you rotate the shape and everything. You can do this as well. I don't care if you color coordinate which angle matches with which. It makes it a little bit easier, right? Angle B doesn't match angle F, and angle A, we already said, matches with D, so it's definitely not going to match back. So A is my correct answer. Okay. Any questions on this one? We're good? Number 3. So it says, I need to use my packet because I don't have the questions written down. Line segment AB is reflected across the x-axis. So it's going to be, let me not disappoint Alexa. So now it becomes angle CD. Okay. Then line segment CD is rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise. So now it doesn't really matter which way. I don't need it to be exact, is what I'm trying to say. I don't care if this doesn't really line up or if it doesn't really match where it should be going. All I care is that, what?
Wouldn't it just go back to a, wouldn't it just go back to AB? Because
Would it?
Y- You said, oh, you said 180.
No, I said 90. Didn't I say
Oh,
90?
wait. No, I'm saying that you're right. Because it's not 360.
Yes, it's not a 360. It's a rotation 90 degrees. So point is, I know where it's going to end up, right? So once again, which statement is true? This is a lot of the test, is which statement is true. So line segment CD is longer than AB, EF is longer than CD, EF is shorter than AB, or EF is the same length as AB. So go ahead and put in your answers, and I know you are right. Kaylee is also right. So let's see. Get any more responses? And then we'll go through it. So remember, it goes through a transformation of reflection across the X and a rotation of 90 degrees. I'll write it out. Reflect over X and rotate 90 degrees. The direction doesn't really matter based on my statements at the bottom. Just what transformations are done really matter. So wait, see, I'll wait a little bit longer. Okay, did you put a flag in your thing?
Oh my God, I had no idea what that is.
A checkered flag?
Because we're finished. Yay.
All right, so let's go through this. Now, the transformations that were done are a reflection and a rotation. There's a third one, and those three are called what? Kaylee's correct. It's rigid motion, right? So when I do rigid motion, does my size change?
No.
No. So it can't be longer. Again, it's not going to be longer. Definitely not going to be shorter. So they are the same length, right? Nothing changes. There's no dilation by a scale factor of 5 or something like that. It's just going to stay the exact same size. Okay. Any questions on number 3? This one isn't so bad. All right, moving on. No multiple choice on this one. It says, Marcy transformed figure 1 to obtain figure 2, and then transformed 2 to 3, okay? What transformations can be done, can be the ones Marcy used? So you're saying from 1 to 2, what transformation? And then from 2 to 3, what transformation? So think about it, put it in the chat, and then we'll go through it. How do you get from 1 to 2 and then 2 to 3? That's what's being asked. Half correct, Kaylee. You are half correct. Anicia got it right. Is Janae helping you? Because I figured, but then I never actually see her. I think I saw her like the first day. I was like, okay, so they're sharing, but never saw her again. So no, Kaylee. But that is the part you need to fix. Your first half is correct, but your second half is where it's wrong. And it could be my fault. 100% could be my fault. But second period was able to figure out what I was trying to do. So think it through. Lena is right as well. Kaylee, you already sent that option.
Wait, I'm confused. I said a couple of answers.
So the last thing you sent is on the right path, but you wrote the coordinate rotation.
Yeah, but look at the one above it.
No, the one above it was wrong.
What about this one?
Closer.
No.
No, but let's do like this, x, y equals, because the original.
No, but that's the arrow.
What transformation does that notation go with?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, hold up. Hold on. I don't have
Almost.
it. Oh, wait.
Almost. Wait, I just realized it's not quite, but it's almost there. I don't even know what that means.
It's the,
Oh, that's your component form.
yeah.
No. All right.
Oh, wait, I forgot to say. Whoops.
We're gonna go through it. So to get from 1 to 2, we pretty much got that. Gabe, why did you just write 1? What does 1 mean? No, Kaylee.
They say sorry.
Like sorry because they couldn't figure it out, or sorry for just sending 1.
What are y'all sorry for? It was a mistype according to Valentina.
But do they have a guess?
But do you have a guess? Vale, the representative, says no.
Okay, we're gonna go through this then. So to get from 1 to 2, it's the mirror image, right? So it's a reflection over which axis?
The y-axis.
Over the y-axis. Okay, so that's number 1, check. Now the second one. So it could be 100% on me because my drawing skills are not the best, but still people were able to figure it out. It is a rotation of 180 degrees.
Okay, but what about the one about the reflect? What's that line that goes slanted where it's like a reflection over line? And then what line is it?
Y equals X.
Is that the line?
Like, are you asking me? That's
No,
that's what it would be.
Yeah.
But that
no,
line,
Yeah.
if I were to draw that line goes that
No,
way.
what about the other line that goes the other way?
That's Y equals negative X.
So couldn't it also be that?
No,
How come?
because look at the way it's set up. Right, so let me try and carefully get rid of this one.
Look at that.
Wait, if it was.
Does that look like a mirror image? And don't tell me it does, Kaylee.
It
You know
does.
it doesn't. You know it does not.
Guys.
No, you just want it to be, but no, it's not a mirror image. It would have to be like,
How come it's not a mirror image?
because it's not even, no, it doesn't even look the same. This one is facing this
It
way.
looks the same.
This one is
Then-
facing this way.
But exactly.
Plus,
you
this one
reflect
would
it,
have
they're
to
gonna
be
face different way.
angled. It would have to be angled so that it would match. This would
Wait,
have to look more like a diamond shape.
but when you reflect it, doesn't it face the different way?
If I were to, okay, if I have, I go ahead and I do my graph and I have my reflection. That's terrible. So I have my reflection there and my shape. I'm gonna make this easy. right? That's my shape there. When I reflect it, no, that's not how it looks like. That's what's gonna happen.
Wait, okay, but
Do
like,
those two look like anything like this one and this one?
but does it have to be on the line?
No, it doesn't have to be on the line, but even if I separated it, those two don't look like what these would be. If I had separated, right, it would have been over here. And this one would have been over here.
Exactly.
No, they don't look anything like.
What do you mean?
Miss Perdomo, I'm confused.
Yeah, me
What?
too.
Because if it's a rotation of 180, wouldn't it land on quadrant 4?
So it's a rotation of 180 from 2.
Oh.
What do you mean?
It starts here, 1, 2.
You're going from 1 to 2,
Yeah, but wouldn't it still
and
end up
then
in
2 to
quadrant 4?
3.
Yeah, wouldn't it still end up in quadrant 4?
Why?
No.
When
Remember that the 180 ends up always diagonal from the one you're transforming.
It does? Exactly, so wouldn't it be here if it's diagonal?
wait, no, but if you're here,
I'm starting at 2.
Oh,
Diagonal from 2, 3 is in quadrant 3. So this is quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4.
what do you mean
Right?
it goes diagonally?
no,
when you
because
turn
she
it?
doesn't mean like that. She means it starts here and then here.
But then that's just a 90 and a 90.
Exactly, 180.
No, but then if you do a 90 and a 90, then it's not gonna face that way. It's gonna face the original way.
She just means that's the diagonals with this one. She doesn't mean like the shape, the side.
Huh? Wait, can you allow me to annotate or no?
I don't know, can you?
No, I can't. You have to enable it.
Mm. No, it doesn't give me that option.
Okay. What? Like, oh, sorry. But like, okay. If you go from quadrant 1 to quadrant 4, when you rotate it, let me draw it out. Let me draw it out.
If I want to get to quadrant 4 from quadrant 1, I need to do either a 90
wait.
degrees
It would end up like
clockwise.
that, right? Ignore everything else. It would end up like that, right?
I don't know what that is. I can't quite see it. Like, are you telling me that's
Just
what the
look,
shape should
Just
look like?
No. I'm saying if it goes like that, then 90 is like that, then 180 is like that. Okay, that makes sense. But also, how come it's not over the line y equals negative x?
Kaylee.
It's not making sense.
Kaylee. Okay.
That's what.
And thank you, Elena. Thank you for your kind words. So,
Elena's bullying me online. She's cyberbullying me.
so I have here, once again, this is y equals negative x. This is the one you are so sure is the correct answer.
This is the
Right.
one I'm confused on.
This is the one that you're saying 100%, Miss Peromo, you're totally wrong.
Oh, it's time to go. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just confused.
If I were to flip it, it's going to do this.
But why?
Slightly better angled because it's a reflection over, it's like a diagonal. It's not going to be the same.
Oh, okay. Bye. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye. Sorry. Thank you. Have a good lunch. Sorry.
All right, you guys too.